We'll call this Mountain Iron City Council meeting to order for Monday, July 20th, 2026. Roll call vote, please.
Roskowski.
Here.
Gustafson.
Here.
Stanaway.
Here.
Correa. Here. Anderson.
Here. We'll stand for the pledge, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We'll go on to the consent agenda. The minutes of the July 6, 2026 regular meeting, pages 1 through 6, receipts, bills, and payroll, and communications.
I so move we approve the consent agenda, the minutes of the July 6, 26 meeting, regular meeting, pages 1 through 6, including receipts, bills, payroll, and communications.
Thank you.
Support.
Thank you. Any other discussion?
Yes. I so move that the following miscellaneous general income, 101,377,100,023. I'm going to read off the three columns. Midwest coin concession, Virginia ATM machine, in the amount of, it only says $3.50. Next one, St. Louis County 2026 Fed PILT 69002 in the amount of $2,620.42. The third one, Department of Children and Youth DCYF Restorative in the amount of $10,698 for the grand total of $13,321.92. That this amount become part of the July 20th, 2026 City Council meeting minutes.
We have a motion with no support. So we'll go on.
Move to approve.
Oh. What?
All those in favor? Or roll call? You have to vote. Roll call.
Roll call vote.
Roskowski.
Yes.
Gustafson.
Aye.
Stanaway.
Yes.
Correa. Anderson.
Yes. Public forum? No public forum. Mayor's report. I have nothing special, but I notice they're out there working. Doing all those fun spring and summer things to try to catch up for winter. Good job. City Administrator report.
I have no report, Madam Mayor.
Director of Public Works report.
Good evening, Madam Mayor, councilors. I have nothing formal right now, some things to vote on it later on. Just want to bring you up to date on some of the things that have been going on. We have a lot of projects that are with other companies going on in our town that affect our public works. There's been a tremendous amount of locates going on, so our crews are on the side of the roads. We have a sidewalk project going on up around the business area on Rock Ridge Drive. It appears that they're putting some fiber in on 102, and they are going to be starting to put a new gas line down along Highway 7 where we're going to come in afterwards and put our water line replacement project. So all these things going on, it really affects our crews. That being said, we are randomly taking care of a tree that's still falling from the last 2 years of storms. So these trees are very weak out there, and some of them have been damaged, and they didn't fall during the storm, but they are, there's branches that are still broken that we don't know of, and we've had a couple incidences now that we've been called out in the middle of the night that are blocking roadways. The other thing is we had a power pole incident this weekend. It's just an unfortunate thing. One of the dozers that was heading up to Ely from Montana Ended up missing the turn and turning on Enterprise Drive North and tried to swing around in Florida Ceiling parking lot, and the dozer blade clipped the power pole and sheared it off. So first of all, it's understandable the pressure those firefighters are under, but also it was lucky that nobody got hurt on that deal with the power itself. So our crews were out on Saturday, if you've seen them, replacing the power pole. The other thing is the air quality obviously hasn't been good. And, you know, I have a little insight on some of the stuff that goes on. And it's quite possible that this area set a state record on high air quality, so everybody's got to be careful. I'm open for any questions.
Okay, kind of a standard one. Are we getting closer to have Unity and Mount Airy Drive, and our other streets lane striped, left, straight ahead, right turn arrows and stop bars painted? Are we getting closer to getting that done?
Like we do, you know, we are a very small crew right now.
Okay.
And, you know, I think what we'll be doing is our buildings and ground guy is going to be painting the hours on, or the arrows on, like we do every year. We replace those no matter what people say. They get replaced every year. They get wore out every year. So the arrows will go back on hopefully soon. I'm waiting for a company to give me a price, a quote. I requested a quote to do the double striping in the lines. So,
Okay, thank you.
yes.
Anything else? Thank you. We'll go on to Library Director, Special Events Coordinator report.
Good evening, Mayor Anderson and Council. Well, it's been a busy July. I do have my report in here if anyone has any specific questions on the report, but we always see our numbers jump way up, so we are busy over at the library. I just want to mention a couple things from a past event, which was our 4th of July event. We had probably between 350 and 400 people this year, which was great. I do want to thank the Legion and the St. Louis County Sheriff's Department, the Mount Airy Fire Department, and the Senior Citizens Club for helping to put that event together. There were some local community members helping out, Karen Kniefel, Candace Berg, and our Parks and Rec Board Chair, and Christina Hawkins coming out to help us. They had a line, a good long line for the ice cream, and then also Len and our Parks and Rec summer crew for putting together the games and keeping things moving smoothly. But with 350, 400 people up at Locomotive Park, it was a little bit crazy there for a while. But I was leaving town at 10 to noon, and it started raining. So I'm like, yes! We just missed the rain. That being said, we've got a lot of stuff coming up with Merit Days, with our National Night Out. That's our next big event here in town on Tuesday, August 4th from 4 to 7. And we'll have 2 locations on the east and west end of town with Wasabi Fit, and hopefully the West Virginia Park becoming the focus on the east end of town, and on the west end of town will be out at West Two Rivers Reservoir. We do have several community groups and businesses attending at both sites, so I have trying to make sure all my ducks are in a row. But Tuesday, August 4th, you'll have seen the signs going up around town from 4 to 7 on August 4th. That is a national event recognizing law enforcement and the fire department, our community servants. So that's the next big thing, and then right after that comes Merit Days, starting right away that week as well. This is kind of the kickoff, and that rolls right through August 8th. As the group is aware, as I told them last year, I will not be here for this year's event, but I will have all of our I's dotted and T's crossed with anything city dollar related before I leave. And they I've been working hard to make sure everything's planned and ready to go. I'm on the back end though, just making sure to field any questions they might have as far as city stuff goes. So at our next, at the August meeting, we'll talk about road closures and things like that, and we'll approve all of that stuff hopefully for the events. So I'm open for any questions.
Thank you. Seeing no city engineer. To do a report, we do have a bid. Pages 7 to 8. Do you want to speak to? Perfect.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. As you know, we've been working on putting together this slip lining, the CIPP lining of our sanitary sewers. We did receive an open bids electronically this time. This is something new for our city. And we had some 3 good qualified results. The recommendation would be to go with the Sistu Form with the low bid of $196,902.12. We were waiting on a letter from the Minnesota Historical Society to make sure that we could go forward with the funding sources in this project, and we received that, so it's ready to receive.
Thank you.
And this would be, for a few of you, where the old coal docks is to down where the old nitrogen plant was, and from the city garage to that area also, to the old nitrogen plant. So this is some of the final steps. Our crews have been out there spot repairing that line, and on Wednesday we'll be installing a new manhole structure that will take out a real severe corner that never had an access to, that would be hard to slip line or do the CIPP lining in it. So after this week, it'll be all ready to go, and I believe this is a very good price on this.
I would so move that we entertain a motion for In Situ Form Technologies USA LLC in the amount of $196,902.12 for the slip lining project.
I will support that.
Thank you. Any other discussion?
I will be abstaining as there's county funds in this project.
Roll call vote, please.
Yes.
Gustafson,
Abstain.
Danaway,
Yes.
Urban.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes. We'll go on to with that passing, we'll go on to the Sheriff's Department report, please.
Madam Mayor, councilors, nothing for me.
We'll go on to the City Attorney's report, please.
Thank you, Mayor. No formal report. I am happy to field questions if there are any from the council.
Okay, I have one for you, Mr. Lindsay, or Attorney Lindsay, excuse me. Just get my papers straightened out here. Okay. For years here in Mountain Iron, if someone had a problem with crime, nuisance, blight, any other city problem, they could do the following. 1, call or stop in here to City Hall and do an ICR, initial complaint report. You would just tell a secretary what is what, then they would fill it out, or if you called, you could hear them on their computer keyboards. 2, contact a city employee. 3, call 911. 4, contact Mountain Iron Law Enforcement direct. 5, come to a city council meeting. 6, contact a city council member and see what they supposedly could do. Now, supposedly, our only official way now is, and I'm emphasizing that because we talked about it here, is for a complainer to come to City Hall here and fill out a paper form, name, address, phone number, and who or whatever they're complaining about. So I just want your opinion on what was wrong with the old way versus now there's only supposedly one way. You have to come here and fill out a paper form, nothing else, supposedly. Comment, please, if you would.
Madam Mayor, if I may. Counselor, I think, so the answer to the question is from a legal perspective or a risk perspective. I don't know that there's necessarily any problem in changing or updating a policy. And I would imagine, assuming that the changes occurred, it would probably be to create a singular mechanism so that we can streamline it, properly document, and help track those things better. That being said, and I would go on record as saying any time that there's a threat to life or safety, I would think that any resident could always still call 911 in the event of an emergency, or if they think criminal activity is happening. If it's life and safety, you can always call for emergency services. If it's not a life and safety event, if it's more a residential blight or even nuisance that's not an immediate risk to health and safety, I think having a streamlined system where you document, and theoretically they're creating public data that's easier to track, both for the resident to follow up on the complaint and for the city to follow through with, it's an acceptable, it doesn't expose the city to risk to have a uniform system.
Okay, now I mentioned this at a meeting a little while ago. Everybody knows about this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 thing. Maybe this, do this, and that's the way it's always worked. If we're gonna only do it in theory one way, how do we let everybody in this town know that? Or even a visitor or a guest or somebody staying at a hotel, not a hotel, motel or something. How do we let everybody know there is, in theory, one way? How do we do that?
Yes, please.
Madam Mayor? So as kind of a practical matter, so in your position as a city council, under the old way of doing it, people would have brought complaints to you, and people would bring complaints to the city staff members or to law enforcement. I think the best way to handle that transition into a uniform singular system would be to have all of those stakeholders or all of those interested parties just give the consistent message if you're contacted. So if somebody contacted you with a blight issue, you would say, I've heard your blight issue, but there's a new policy within the city. You've got to go down to City Hall and fill out a form. And I think if everybody's on the same page and making sure that new process is followed and directs them uniformly to the same place, I think the community will catch on pretty quick.
Okay, because I do have people sometimes call me, and I tell them to contact City Hall typically, but now I guess, tell them you have to now go to City Hall and fill out a form. Okay. Now, is that an official someplace in writing, or is that just our blah blah? Get what I mean? Because what if something really happens?
Councilor
Okay.
Skoski, you're misspeaking once again.
Okay, maybe I am, but all I know
They
is
can
what I
come in,
know.
they can fill out a form, they can call the office, they can email, they can message.
Oh,
Anybody, if you get a complaint, you can do the same thing. Somebody has to let the staff know what's going on.
yeah.
So if nobody tells us, then how are we going to fix
Okay.
the blight?
Well, see, that's what I was getting at. If it was gonna be narrowed down to filling out only a paper form,
But it's not.
but, okay, now, see where we're going here, Mr. Attorney? Apparently, we can, according to our administrator, still use the other system somewhat.
I can't speak for law enforcement and those issues.
No, I'm looking at the attorney.
I know who you're talking
Yeah.
to.
So, you see what I'm getting at?
Yes, Mr. Lindsay.
You said one way, now he's saying, well, a variety, please. Stop that.
You're- Mr.
I'm trying to
Lindsay.
get things straight here
Mr.
for all
Lindsay
these people
has
in
been
this town.
recognized. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. And Councilor Oskowski, my opinion would be the same, whether it's just a paper form or whether it's expanded. I was responding to the question that you'd asked me, and having the uniform system is perfectly acceptable and may help improve the responses and the follow-up on those issues.
Okay, thank you. We got something said here anyway, so. Apparently, some of you watching, you heard what the administrator said. We can still use the so-called old way, but they also have a new way, and we'll see if we can meld it together somehow. Anyway, thank you, everybody. And Mayor, you should not pound on me. I'm trying to do this to make this town a
Thank you.
better place to live
We're
in.
going on to the fire
That's
department
you.
report, please.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I have not had time this past week to do my typical paper report. We are currently sending, and have been for 7 days, crews of 4 to 6 with one of our brush rigs and our tender to Ely. We're scheduled to do so through the end of the week. I've heard some rumblings that it could go beyond that and potentially will beyond that. That being said, many of our mutual aid partners in the area are doing the same. I've reached out to a couple neighboring departments to make arrangements to have Plan B in place to cover our missing apparatus. And they're not on our box alarms, but as soon as we're paged for anything in town, we will be requesting their assistance immediately. And then what's going on with the wildfires. We had a little bit of a busy stretch at the beginning part of the month with the storms and a lot of trees down on power lines and stuff like that. Otherwise, knock on wood, it's been a big quiet month locally.
Thank you.
I did talk to the truck manufacturer today. We do have a pre-bid meeting set up for August 20th. A few of us will be going to that. And that's scheduled to be delivered in January. Questions?
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
just thank you to your team for the support for the wildfires up north. We appreciate it.
It's everybody across the range deserves that, so thank you.
Thank you. And thank them all, please. We'll go on to Utility Advisory Board.
On July 15th, we had a UAB meeting, and we reviewed the proposals for the soil borings and geotech eval for the wastewater treatment facility, and they voted unanimously to go with a bid from NTS for $19,767 for the, what do you call it, boring services. That was a hard one.
I'll support it.
Any other discussion?
Mayor, they'll just include that, they collect the different samples from different layers of the boring, and then they do a geotechnical analysis on the soil conditions to try to determine and get a good estimate before we send these out for bids and build on this ground. They'll make a judgment on what kind of soil corrections that'll need to be happening, so.
Thank you. Great deal. Roll call vote, please.
Yes.
Aye.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And do we have any liaison reports?
I've got one, Madam Mayor. If you haven't seen it already, our West Virginia playground is changed. We've got a new to us 10-year-old playground from the Northland Learning Center, so it's up and running, ready to go. There's already been families over there playing and working on scheduling a grand opening ribbon cutting celebration towards the end of this month, potentially to celebrate our new park.
Thank you. I saw it, and I saw a lot of little ones there. It was nice.
With that, I want to thank Counselor Brad over here for updating Facebook with some of the pictures and things of the project going along. That's really kind of neat when you don't get a chance to get by over there and see what's what. So thank you very much.
You have to go play there.
Seeing no unfinished business, we'll go on to new business. The first being resolution number 15-26. Accepting work.
Madam Mayor?
Yes.
Can I ask Mr. Satchering a question on this? Is this section part of that sinkhole that Councilor Roskowski was bringing up?
Mm-hmm. And it hasn't been fixed yet either.
I know I get a message that our engineer is gonna be coming in late. He's the one who went out there and took a look at the supposed sinkhole, so.
Okay, so we're accepting the work that was done in 2023?
Yes.
Okay. I'll move resolution number 15-26, accepting work for Masabi Bituminous.
I'll support.
Any other discussion?
Yes. Oops, put that on. In my opinion, more work was done to that street than was really necessary. That is why the final cost is so high. I and others made suggestions on how to do a quality job, but on how to save money. But, of course, average people, what do we know? And two, that street has caved in now on the west end, and somebody tried to patch it up by throwing some gravel in it. And there is somebody that really knows what's wrong, but again, the engineering firm did not listen to that person. So we're gonna be accepting a street that who knows what's gonna happen more in the future. So I will be
Roll call.
voting no.
Roll call vote, please.
Chris
No.
Gustafson,
Aye.
Taylor,
Yes.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes. Then we have resolution number 16-26, excuse me, declaring costs, UPS Road, page 11.
Also move to approve resolution number 1626, declaring costs to be assessed and ordering preparation of proposed assessments for the 16th Avenue Highway 53 road construction, reconstruction, alignment, and drainage improvements.
I will support that.
Thank
Now,
you.
did you say Highway 53?
Yes, I did.
This is,
I went by what is stated on.
yeah, but you said we
the
fixed Highway 53. We didn't fix Highway 53. We fixed,
I went by what it says.
okay, I didn't hear you
on
say
your-
Second Street,
I didn't say Second Street.
but that's the street we're talking about.
We're talking about 16th
16th
Avenue and
Ave.
Highway 53.
16th Avenue and Highway 53. It's
Roll-
the street in between the two.
Read page 11.
I know. Okay, say what you want to say.
Roll call vote, please.
Oh, wait, now, I have a comment. One, Mountain Iron did not follow the multi-step state of Minnesota assessment law for this street. We only did the first and last steps and not all required steps. If we continue with this assessment, we will be violating state law. So I will be voting no. I do not want to violate state law. We skipped a variety of steps. We did.
And that's all in your opinion.
No, read the law. It's real simple. Go out
Your
there,
opinion.
online, Facebook, it's
Your
there.
opinion.
No, it isn't. It's the law.
Roll call vote, please.
Chris Gustafson,
No.
Gustafson,
Aye.
Taylor,
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. We'll go on to resolution number 1726, committing local funds. Pages 13 and 14.
There it is.
Mayor and council, yeah, the next three resolutions all have to do with the PSIG grant application. And the PSIG grant is a grant that the wastewater facility project does qualify for because we are getting more stringent limits. Will we get grant funding or not? It depends on the projects ahead of us on the PPL and how much they take in the grant fund and how that falls in the final, depending on who goes forward with projects and so forth. The first resolution here, 1726, basically it's just giving the city, giving the PFA assurance that the project moves forward. We do have the ability to fund it. We will commit the funds necessary to complete the project. So this doesn't commit the city to doing the project, and that really, you're really not committed until you sign the construction contract and the loan payment. So, but this is, again, just really, there's a lot of language here, and it does list the other funding sources that we're, pursuing and that we've investigated to help fund the project. But yeah, that's really what it's doing. It's just an assurance for the TFA, and it's part of the requirements to apply for the grant funding.
I'll move resolution 1726, committing local funds and verifying secured project funding for the City of Mountain Iron wastewater treatment facility improvements.
Support.
Any other discussion? Questions? Roll call vote?
Chris Gustafson,
Yes.
Gustafson,
Aye.
Taylor,
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. The next is resolution number 18-26. PSIG submission.
Also move that we adopt Resolution 1826, authorizing the City of Mount Iron to submit a point source implementation grant application to the Minnesota Public Facilities Authority, and to authorize city officials to execute a grant agreement on behalf of the City of Mount Iron for the Mount Iron wastewater treatment improvement project.
I will support that.
Thank you. Any discussion?
I would just offer a comment, Mayor, that, yeah, this one's pretty straightforward. It's basically just authorizing a submittal of the grant application, and it is due by July 31st.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Roll call vote.
Wojciechowski.
Yes.
Gustafson.
Aye.
Tanner.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And we'll go on to resolution number 19-26, verifying wastewater rates.
I will move resolution number 19-26, verifying current wastewater user rates and estimated future rates. What this is to keep the ball rolling. All this is time sensitive, so we get the grants and everything, and we have to raise money, so that's just verifying it.
Thank you.
I'll support.
Thank you. Any other discussion?
Yeah, for the public clarification, Mountain Iron sewer rates are based on how much water goes into our sanitary sewers. So watering flowers, gardens, lawns during June, July, August will not raise one sewer rates. Our sewer rates are based basically on what you use in January, February, March, as far as water usage.
Roll call vote, please.
Wojciechowski.
Yes.
Gustafson.
Aye.
Tanner.
Yes.
Korea.
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you. Seeing no communications or announcements, do I have a,
Oh, I have an announcement. The Mountain Iron Merit Day celebration, as we already heard, will be from August 4th through the 8th. Check the Mountain Iron Merit Days Facebook page, ads in the Mesabi Tribune and Hometown Focus for the schedule of the Merit Days planned activities. Thank you.
Got one thing too.
yes,
This is for Mark, our fire chief. With all the happenings going on up north, and with us sending a team up there every few days, if there's, every day, if there is somebody that was willing to donate some water, some whatever, is there a place that they could do that at the fire hall?
Send us a message on our Facebook page, and people have been doing that, sending us messages on our Facebook page. We're tracking who's donating, and there will be some things who's going on when this is all said and done. We've actually received a fair number of donations of water, Gatorade, energy packets to put in water, snacks, non-perishable things, so it's much appreciated.
Thank you to the community for doing that, and thank you to the fire department.
do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 5-0. This council meeting is adjourned.